Caffeine in coffee and energy drinks and tea actually is so disruptive to sleep in menopause, ladies. Sorry to have to tell you. Hi. Hi, I'm Ruth and I run Menopause Mastery, and I'm here to help you not just survive in menopause, but to actually thrive in perimenopause, menopause and beyond. Caffeine, unfortunately, triggers sleep disturbances, particularly for women in menopause. You might have noticed that your regular coffee, when your hormones start to decline or play up or change in any way, shape or form, that coffee is affecting you in a different way. It actually stays in our system and therefore our brain for a long time. It has a half-life of 6 hours. So if you think about it, if you drink coffee at lunchtime or mid-afternoon, it's still there when you're trying to go to sleep. And that's not what we want, because you are going to have disrupted sleep. So your body cannot go into full relaxation mode when we have caffeine in our system. And I'd also like to say that in the morning, if you rush to have coffee first thing, you can actually displace your cortisol, which is our adrenaline hormone, but it's also our wake-up hormone, and we need that in the morning to have all the energy that we want during the day. But if we have coffee and use coffee instead of allowing that cortisol to rise naturally, we're displacing our natural hormones, and that can have an effect on you as well. So if you do want coffee first thing, just make sure that you're having a pint of water or you're leaving it for an hour to allow that cortisol just to rise, because cortisol is highest in the morning and then it's meant to gradually decline and then obviously not be around in the evening when we go to sleep. So deep sleep, going back to what I was saying about deep sleep and the fact that we have a disrupted night if we have caffeine in our system, deep sleep is when it's basically a chance for the brain to clean itself. Okay, so if you imagine those cleaners that clean the streets, and those little machines where they have those great big whirring brushes that kind of get right into the curb. If you imagine that we have a similar system, it's called the glymphatic system, going in and on in our brain at night, and it has like squirts of water to clean the brain. So it's getting rid of debris and toxins, and believe you me, in menopause, we need this system to be working optimally, particularly if you have brain disturbances already. You've got brain fog, you've got remembering problems, you can't find the word you want to use, you get headaches or migraines, anything like that. We need to help our brain in every way, shape or form, every day, every minute of our day, okay? So if we're in deep sleep, we can get that glymphatic system working. We need to optimize our sleep, ladies. So actually having caffeine in your system, if it's going to affect that, we actually want to leave the caffeine alone for as much as we can. Maybe just have one coffee. Have one coffee in the morning. Make that your very special cup of coffee. I actually drink, I was going to put some on the camera actually to show you. I drink either dandelion coffee or barley coffee. And honestly, I think it tastes just as good. It's something that you have to get used to. It doesn't give you the kick. So if you're drinking coffee just for the kick, you will notice a difference. But from a taste point of view, I do it in a cafetiere. I warm some almond milk until it's frothy. So I'm doing the whole experience, but I'm just not using something that is caffeinated. So maybe that's something that you could try. But going back to this glymphatic system, it's like your brain's me time. If you think about, we need relaxation time, we need me time. Your brain needs that as well. It's a time where it switches off and where these little sweepers come in and clean out your brain, and we do really need it. So if you miss it, you can't get it back. So I think it's worth thinking about, and particularly with the caffeine, that if you think 6 hours ahead, so when you're drinking a cup of coffee, you can actually have in your mind, okay, 6 hours ahead. So if I'm drinking it at 2:00 in the afternoon, it's still going to be there at 8:00. And that's the half-life. So when you're going to sleep, the likelihood is there's still something in your system. So ideally, you want to stop drinking it around 12:00 lunchtime. Yeah. So I hope that's been really helpful. Take a look at the alternatives. Maybe go to the health food shop and get a sample of either barley or dandelion. Or have something like herbal tea. Herbal teas, most of them don't contain caffeine. It will say if they do, but peppermint's a great option in the morning because it's a stimulant. It's also good after lunch to help you digest. And then maybe something like chamomile or lavender or a mix. Those sleepy time teas are really good in the evening. So I hope that's given you some food for thought today, ladies. So I'm Ruth, and if you want to contact me on Facebook, I'm under Ruth Goodwin. I also have 2 free groups that you can join. Just send me your name, and one of them is called It Starts With You. It's about women putting themselves first, because I know for a fact I forget regularly and it's good to have a reminder. And I also have Menopause Mastery, which is a free menopause group where we talk all things perimenopause, menopause and beyond. You can get your questions answered. You'll learn more about what other people are going through because there's lots of interaction. So those are 2 free groups. I have a paid course, which is called the 90-Day Transformation Course. Absolutely phenomenal course, even though I say so myself. And it helps you to take a look at your life in menopause or peri, wherever you are, wherever your hormones have started to fluctuate, and to say, okay, these are the habits I've got into around nutrition, sleep, stress reduction, hydration, exercise, all of these areas of our lives, and make some changes for the better, because sometimes we can have habits for 30 years, we get into menopause and they don't serve us anymore. So the 90-day transformation is about you creating new habits for the rest of your life moving forwards. So that's a great option, and it's a minimal cost. And then if you do want to do some one-to-one coaching with me, I coach ladies on Zoom, and I have 2 calls a week with each client, and we really get to grips with what's going on in your life. So that is a fantastic option if it's something you're interested in. Please like, share or comment below. We would love it if you would share your experience with caffeine, whether you've changed what you were doing and for the better, or whether you've got some challenges and you want to ask a question. Please just pop below and also press the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it helps us enormously. Thank you, ladies, and I will see you again soon. We've got lots of other videos.